Hello and welcome back to another session of Grammar Forward. I'm Soumya. Today we will take up one of the few confusing tenses in the English language, namely the past perfect continuous tense. But it's not as difficult as you think to understand and use this tense. So in this video, you will find all that you need to know about this tense. So watch this video till the end, and towards the end of the video, we will discuss some of the most common mistakes made while using this tense. So let's begin. Let me give you a brief idea about the past perfect continuous tense. Like the past perfect simple tense, the past perfect continuous tense is also used to talk about the past in the past. So when exactly do we use this tense? The past perfect continuous tense is used to talk about an action that started in the past and continued till another action in the past or till another time in the past. I think this timeline will help you understand it better. So here, now it is 6 p.m. It is 6 p.m. at present. And I'm talking about two actions that happened in the past. One at 2 p.m. and the other at 4 p.m. So at 2 p.m., Sarah started waiting for me. And at 4 p.m., I arrived. That means Sarah was waiting for me for 2 hours. So now you can say that Sarah had been waiting for me when I arrived. So you know that both of these actions took place in the past, and this action continued for some time until this happened. So based on the example we had using the timeline, I have written this example on the board. So let's read it together. Sarah had been waiting for me for 2 hours when I arrived. So here is the verb tense we are focusing on today, had been waiting. This is the past perfect continuous tense being used with the verb wait. And please note 2 points. Usually we mention the duration of the action when we use the past perfect continuous tense. That's why you have the time phrase here for 2 hours. And it's usually combined with the past tense, the simple past tense. Here you can see that the other verb is in simple past tense. I arrived. The formation of this verb tense is extremely easy. So here you have the form on the board. You have had plus been plus the ing form of the verb. You know that these two are auxiliary verbs and they don't change according to the subjects they're used with. So these are invariables. And then you use the ing form or the present participle form of the verb. So how do we form a positive or an affirmative sentence? I start with the subject I. You can see that the verb tense are used, the form is the same. I had been studying. With she, third person singular, it's the same form. She had been sleeping. Just the verb changes over there. So how do we form the negatives? You know that we need to add the word not in order to make a sentence negative. But then the question is, where do you insert this word? So you can see here, we had not been cooking. So not is inserted between the two auxiliary verbs had and been. Again, one more sentence, he had not been working. So again, not is added between the auxiliary verbs. You can see that here we is plural, he is singular, but we have used the same form. The only change is that the verbs are different. Then, how do we form the questions? The yes or no questions. Here you know that you have to change the order of the words. So for example, you have the sentence, the positive sentence here, I had been studying. In order to ask a yes or no question, you will change the order here. So you will start with the first auxiliary here. So first you will have the word had, that will be followed by the subject I, and then the remaining part follows. So here you have it, had. Because it's I in the sentence, you will change it to you when you ask a question. So had you been studying? The second sentence here, she had been sleeping. The question is, had she been sleeping? And then if you want to ask a WH question, you just have to add the WH word that you need for that context in front of the yes or no question. So here, for example, had you been studying? And if you want to know what subject she was studying, you can add the word what here. So what had you been studying? And there you have the WH question for you. Now let's see how the contractions are made. So here are the contracted forms. I had been becomes I'd been. So what did I do here? I removed the first two letters of had, that is H and A are removed, and I put together these two words and you have I had been. So the same happens with the remaining ones. She had been becomes she'd been. He had been will be the same. You had been, you'd been. We had been becomes we had been, and they had been also will follow the same pattern. So what about it had been? Usually we don't contract it as it been, but you can hear people using it once in a while. Then how to contract the negative forms? So there you have I had not been being shortened to I hadn't been. So there I have put the had and not together, and you can see that the O from the not is removed. So you have the contracted form I hadn't been. So the same pattern is followed with the remaining ones. She hadn't been, you hadn't been, we hadn't been, and with it here you can say it hadn't been raining. Now let's talk about when the past perfect continuous tense is used. So here is the first use. It's used to talk about an action that was continuing or happening until another action in the past. So here you have the first example. John had been teaching at the university before he left for the UK. So this action had been taking place, and then it was interrupted by the second action, which was he leaving for the UK. So you can see that the first action, which has been a longer one, has been described using the past perfect continuous tense, whereas the second action is described using the past simple tense. Here again you have one more. They had been talking when Tony arrived. So here this action was happening and it continued for some time. So we use the past perfect continuous tense, and then it was stopped by the next action. We could also use the past perfect continuous tense to express the duration of an action that continued in the past. So in this case, we always mention how long the action was taking place. So she had been studying for many hours, so she needed a break. So you can see that I've used a time phrase there to show how long she had been studying. The second example, I had been waiting for him for 2 hours. So here again, that time phrase expresses how long the action had been going on. And here is the third use of the past perfect continuous tense. We also use this tense to describe the cause of something that happened in the past. So here is the first example. Sam was tired because he had been running. So because that had been taking place, this happened. So Sam was tired and the reason was that taking place. The next one, she finally cleared a test because she had been working hard. So this is the result. Clearing the test is the result, and the reason is she being working hard. A word of caution, we should never use the past perfect continuous tense with stative verbs. You know that we never use the stative verbs with continuous form or the progressive form of the verbs. So what are stative verbs? These are all examples for stative verbs. Verbs which are related to our thoughts or mental processes or our emotions are all stative verbs. So we should never use this tense with verbs like know, understand, like, love, dislike, hate, own, measure, and so on. There are more stative verbs than the ones given here. I have done a detailed video on stative verbs. I advise you to watch that video if you haven't watched it yet. So here you have an example for the wrong usage of the tense with the stative verb. This property had been belonging to Tom for years before he sold it. So here the verb I've used is belong. That's a stative verb, so I cannot use it in the progressive or the continuous form. Instead, I should use the past perfect simple form. So had belonged is enough. Had been belonging is wrong. As always, before winding up, let's look at some of the most common errors made while using the past perfect continuous tense, and let's see how to fix them. So the first one is here on the board. He was suffering from fever for 3 days. You can see that I've used a time phrase there, a time expression for 3 days, and the tense I've used is the past continuous or the past progressive tense. And a mistake lies here. I shouldn't be using the past progressive tense. Instead, I use the past perfect continuous tense. Because the time phrase has been given, I should definitely go for this tense. So it should be he had been suffering from fever for 3 days. And here is sentence number 2. I had been hearing the news before I reached home. Before I reached home, something had been happening. But look at the verb, the action that took place. It is hearing. You know that here is a stative verb, so we cannot use it in the progressive, the continuous form. Instead, we use the past perfect simple tense. So it should be I had heard the news before I reached home. Let's move on to sentence number 3. She only had been waiting there for a few minutes when they arrived. Is there anything wrong with the tense used? I don't think so. But look at the word only. Here only is an adverb, and where you place this adverb is very important. So here it is placed in a wrong way. So we should have said she had only been waiting there for a few minutes when they arrived. So the adverb should be placed right in between the two auxiliary verbs. Ready for the fourth one? So here it is on the board. I had worked hard, so I felt exhausted. In this sentence, the result is given there. I felt exhausted. So the reason also should be stated here. And here it is. I had worked hard. But look at the tense used. So when we are talking about the cause of an action, we should be using the past perfect continuous tense. That's more suitable. So it should be I had been working hard. So you change it to the past perfect continuous and then the sentence is right. And here is the last sentence for you. The police had been looking for the criminal since a long time. Here you can see that the tense used is right, but there is something wrong with the adverb used here, since, because the time phrase used is a long time, so that is about the duration of an action. So we should have used for a long time. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this video helped you in improving your English. If you found this video interesting, please do like it. And if you are new with me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. So meet you in the next session. Goodbye until then. Take care and stay safe.